Hi, my lovely, beautiful ladies. Welcome to the Spoiled Girls Invest channel. On this channel, it'll be all about investing and financial literacy, and specifically tailored to women and especially young women, because I feel like within the personal finance and financial literacy space, there is a lot of women who are doing really important work and making financial literacy more accessible to women and men of all demographics. But I feel like there isn't a creator in this space who's making investing fun and girly and something that will appeal to women like me who are very in tune with their femininity, who like feminine things, who like a soft life, a luxurious life, who want to strive for generational wealth and opulence and true freedom, which is time freedom, financial freedom, the ability to not have to work if you don't want to, the ability to be able to just up and leave anytime you want to go travel the world or explore different options and opportunities. So that's kind of why I'm motivated to start this space. Well, to create this platform for like-minded women. And so this is just my introductory podcast episode. Um, so we'll just be talking a little bit about why investing is important and why specifically spoiled girls should invest. And the reason why I went with uh, naming this channel and this podcast Spoiled Girls Invest is because I feel like the term spoiled is something that is used to shame women a lot of times, because it's something that you always hear growing up, and it's sort of like the words like selfish or arrogant or um, greedy. Words like that are used to shame women, and it makes you shrink yourself to be smaller, to ask for less, to feel shamed or guilty for enjoying the things that you desire and for even desiring more than what other people consider the norm or what's considered enough for other people. If you're seen as someone who likes a little bit extra or likes a little more sparkle in their life, then you're spoiled. And even just the way it's said, like we use the term spoiled for when things like food go bad, when things are expired, when things are just no longer in their most optimal state. So the term spoiled has been really corrupted, but I think that spoiled means someone who's extra loved on, right? Because when we call someone spoiled, what we're really trying to say is that, wow, that person is really loved and adored and taken cared for, right? You know, we try to use spoiled as a way to sort of take somebody off of their pedestal, take a girl off their pedestal. But what we're really trying to say is that she is so adored. She is so loved and protected and provided for by whomever is in her life, whether it be through her parents spoiling her or in a relationship, her husband, her boyfriend, whomever spoiling her. Or maybe she spoils herself. Maybe she is very successful and she's able to pamper herself and baby herself and give herself the princess treatment. Why is there anything wrong with that? Why is there anything wrong with a woman being pampered, with a woman being taken care of? Isn't that what we all want? even if we don't admit it, that's something that we all desire. There's a reason why we all flock to a certain caliber of women. There's a reason why we call a certain aesthetic, a certain lifestyle, a high value woman, or, the soft girl aesthetic, or the that girl aesthetic. There's a reason why these trends go popular on social media, and even before social media, with certain movies like Clueless or Mean Girls, things like that. There's that spoiled essence to a woman when she is in her feminine energy, and when she is just in a space where she is attracting provision. And it can come in many different ways and many different directions. It doesn't always have to be from a sugar daddy or from a rich father. It can be from her own empowerment. It can be from her own success, her own hard work and dedication to bettering herself and putting things in order for her to have a good life. And so that's what this podcast is going to focus on, is how spoiled girls should be investing. And if you want to be a spoiled girl, you need to learn how to invest, because investing really changes the trajectory of your life. Whether it be investing in financial assets, like traditional assets such as stocks, bonds, real estate, gold or other hard metals, businesses, things like that, or investing in you as a person, such as getting skills that will pay you a higher income so that way you can earn more money, and then you can save more and then invest more. Investing in yourself so you can learn how to start a business, learn how to run a business, learn how to hire employees, learn skills that will make your business more competitive amongst other people in your same area or industry. Investing in your look and appearance. But I think that's something that social media has pretty covered. We have such a high focus on the beauty and the skincare and the fitness realm of how to level up and how to improve yourself. So I don't really think my time is best served talking on those ways that you can invest in yourself, because literally it's so oversaturated now. Like, everyone will tell you need to get this facial, you need to get this cosmetic procedure done, you need to get this filler, get this Botox. So, of course, there's the physical aspect of how you can invest in yourself. And yes, there is some importance to that, because if you're in a situation where you're around other high caliber people, and it doesn't even have to be high caliber people, even middle class or upper middle class people, or just people in the workforce, if you come in with not putting your best foot forward, and not having basic things like having a nice smile, teeth that aren't crooked, teeth that aren't overly yellow, or just poor hygiene, not having clear skin, like just having a bunch of acne, little things like that that show that you aren't investing in your appearance in a way where you will be able to put your best foot forward and represent the company or whomever you're working for, or yourself if you work for yourself. You want to make sure that you represent yourself and whatever other entity you are attached to in the proper way. So, of course, that's the physical component. But here again, we'll be talking mostly about the financial aspect. And I really want to encourage the young women who I hope to attract to this podcast to start leveraging your time and your youth, because you are in such a blessed position because you have time on your side. And that means that every day that you have right now is a day that you can be learning more on your financial literacy journey, a day where you can make more money and save more money so you can invest more money. Because even though you are not in a space where you are at your highest earning potential because you're still young, you might not have finished school yet, you might not have entered into a space in your career where you're making six figures or more. It doesn't matter though, because since you're young, that will honestly surpass the women who are in their 30s and 40s who are making over six figures or more, because you have time in the market, and that's something that's very expensive. The people in their 30s and 40s who start investing, even though that they might be putting in larger amounts of money than you will, because they're earning so much more than you, it still won't match up to the advantage that you have by starting early. It's much better to start at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, even though you might still be in college and you're barely making any money. The little money that you're able to take and set aside and start investing, even if it's just like on auto pay, like just going into index funds, and you're not really trying to use it as a way to hit a lick or chase whatever crypto moon shot that people are looking for. If you just put it into a safe, steady investment like the S&P 500 index fund, and let's say you just put $50 a month, which is not much, if you're considering all the other things that you're probably spending on, you're probably spending money to go out to eat with your friends, to buy lunch every day, to buy Starbucks coffee, to get your nails done. $50 a month is really not that much. That's less than the price to get a mani and pedi these days. So let's say if you get your mani and pedi done 2 or 3 times a month, if there's no other way that you can get that $50 a month, then maybe, take out one of those trips to the salon and save that $50. That way you can start automatically investing that each and every month. And I'm telling you, that will give you a great advantage over not only your peers in your age range, because most people your age are not investing because they don't know how important it is yet. And they think that investing is something that you do when you're older and you have a lot of money, a lot of disposable income to spare. That's what young people are taught to think, that investing is something for older people who have jobs and successful careers, who can put aside, tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and those are the only people that investing is made for. But actually, investing is made for you as well. So I'm going to show you something. And let me share my screen to this side. Okay. So I'm on Google right now. Hopefully you can see this. I just typed up the wealth calculator Dave Ramsey, but there is investment calculators on a bunch of different websites, but this is one that we can use right here. So this is ramseysolutions.com for the financial guru Dave Ramsey. And this is an investment calculator. So here you can just use this to put in your own personal information. But I'm going to say, I'm going to come up with an example numbers so we can use this as a real life example. It's not my information, but I'm just saying I'm going to put, let's say our hypothetical person is Brittany. Okay, so Brittany, she is 18. Let's say she plans to retire at age 67, but that is pretty old. And I know you ladies who are coming here, you might not want to envision yourself working until you're 67, but let's just say 67 because that's the number that they already had here. But honestly, as you become more savvy in your investments, you can probably shrink this number down to 35. If you really make reaching financial independence a goal, you do not have to wait till 67. You can really do it in a matter of 5, 10, 15 years if you really make sure you hit certain milestones where you won't have to work until you're 67. Like, that's such a long time to have to work as a necessity. It's like by that point, you have arthritis in your bones and stuff. And not to shame anybody who's around that age. I'm just saying, at 67, that's not the time that you want to finally be able to start actually living your life because you don't have to work anymore. You don't want to have to wait until you're 67 to see the Eiffel Tower and go to Mykonos or Santorini or whatever. So we're just going to put 67 here. But again, our goal is to retire much earlier than that. So let's say you have $0 in current investments. Now, you may be ahead already. You may have, let's say you may have already started a Roth IRA, or you come from a family of really amazing parents and they already have an investment account started for you. So you would just put that amount there to say how much, you're currently starting with. But let's say Brittany, she doesn't have anything, so she's starting at 0. And let's say she's going to contribute $50 a month. And here they say that they recommend investing 15% of your paycheck. But, let's say that Brittany only has like a student job at her college campus. She makes like $10 an hour. She works only like maybe 10, 20 hours a week. So that's around $200 a week. And so for the month, she's probably making around $1,000. And then taxes out of that, she's probably only keeping 700-ish a month. So she's probably only keeping 700 a month. 10% of 700 would be like 70. So really, Brittany should be contributing around 70, 75-ish, but we're just going to keep it at $50 a month because that's what she can, realistically have taken out of her account without it making such a drastic, without it being such like a drastic commitment every single month. And let's say she's putting it in the S&P 500, as they say here. The S&P 500 historically brings a 10 to 12% return. So we're going to say just 10% for easy math. So, okay, again, this is Brittany's information. She's currently 18, plans to retire at 67. She has $0 in investment. She's going to contribute $50 a month and get an annual return of 10%. So we're going to calculate. In 49 years, Brittany is going to have almost $1 million in investments just from $50 a month. And the thing about this is, I know it doesn't sound like a lot of money, $783,547. It doesn't sound like a life-changing amount of money, But the thing is that this is an example where it's assuming that she will only contribute $50 every single month. But obviously, once Brittany turns 25 and she's working at a stable job, or maybe she went to professional school, maybe she went to law school or medical school. So later, like at 26 or 30, she has her career established. She's making good money. She might be making 80,000 or six figures. Of course, Brittany, being a responsible adult, is probably going to change this monthly contribution to 200 a month or 500 a month or 1,000 or 2,500 a month, depending on how much she can comfortably contribute each month from her salary. So, this is going to change, and it's going to be much more. It's going to be over 1 million, over 2 million, over 3 million, just depending on how much she contributes. So, but the great thing about this is with only a $50 monthly contribution from 18 to 67, that's only $29,400. So Brittany herself has only really put in around $30,000, and that's only 4% of this total amount right here. Do you get that? Like she basically got 96% growth on her money. And why is that? Because she started early at age 18. Because she had 49 years for her money to grow in the markets, her measly 29,000, her little itty bitty chump change of $50 a month, which ended up being $29,400 over 49 years. That was only 4% of this total amount right here. So she got 96% growth. So that's just insane. Like, look at this. From zero, boom, 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 boom. All of that growth. So that shows you the power of investing, and especially investing at an early age, because it means that you don't have to contribute as much as someone who's in a later stage in their life, because you have all this time in the market. So that's going to work in your favor. And then here it says, it recommends certain things that you can do to contribute more each and every month. So that way, you can increase the contributions. Like, here it says if you add $100 a month in the contributions, the number would change to $1.5 million in additional growth. If you add $128 a month in contributions, the number would change to 1.9 million in additional growth. If you add $200 a month in contributions, it would create over $3 million in additional growth. Now that's insane. So, okay, let's continue with this example. So let's say from 18 to 25, Brittany contributes the $50 a month. So from 18 to 25, that's how many years? I'm not the best with math. That's 7 years. Okay, so 7 years, $50 a month times 12, that's $600 a year, times 7, that's 4,200. So we're going to change this to the 25. So this is Brittany at 25. She's been contributing $50 a month for the 7 years since she was 18. So she's 25 now. She has now $4,200 because she was contributing the $50 a month since she was 18. And let's say she has a fancy consulting job on Wall Street and she's earning, let's say $150,000 a year. I know that seems unrealistic, but girlies, you're getting your education for a reason. So let's aim for the stars. Okay, we can change it to let's say her salary is only 80,000. So let's say her salary is only 80,000 and they recommend to invest 15% of your paycheck. So let's say if she's making 80,000 a year, that would be around $6,000 a month. And let's say her paycheck, so her paycheck would be every 2 weeks, she would be getting 3,333. And let's times that by, okay, so 15% of that would be around $500. So she's making 80,000 a year. That translates to around a paycheck every 2 weeks of 3,333. 15% of that is $500, give or take. So again, Brittany is 25. She's going to retire at 67. She already has $4,200 in her investment account. And now she's going to up her contribution to $500. And we're going to keep the same annual return. So now watch what happens to this number of $783,547. And that was just from Brittany starting at 18, contributing $50 every single month to her investment account, which was again only $29,400 in contributions over the 49 years from her being 18 to her retiring at 67. And remember how that was only 4% of this total number right here, the 783,000, which gave her around 96% in growth in the stock market. So remember this number, $783,547. It's going to change once I hit this calculate button. We're going with the scenario now of Brittany being 25, retiring at 67. She has the $4,200 from when she was 18 saved up and invested. And now she's changing her monthly contribution to $500 every single month. Wow. Oh my goodness. Look at this. When Brittany retires at 67, she is going to have $4.1 million to retire off of. $4.1 million. Can you guys believe that? Can you guys believe that? And that is just from her investing 15% of her paycheck, right? The $500. So her initial balance was the $4,200 from when she was 18. You know, she sacrificed a little when she was in college. One week she chose not to get her mani and pedi, which really cost like more than $50 a month. You know, I just went to the nail salon and my mani pedi was $65, and then you add in a $20 tip. I got my upper lip waxed and my eyebrows waxed, so that adds a little more too, right? So she sacrificed a little bit to save up that $50 a month when she was 18 every single month. And, you know, once she got her good job at 25, she increased her monthly contribution. Thank you. Okay.